Imagine as a parent, you're with your little girl and you're confronted with this situation.
On the first day of her classes last September, my daughter and I walked in the locker room, and a biological male who identifies as transgender and who also happened to be a registered sex offender was standing there completely naked with no regard for the other patrons, among whom were at least a dozen little girls.
Richard Cox, a trans fake woman, is the alleged deviant who likes to prowl around spaces that are supposed to be safe for girls and women, something Democrats used to be in favor of. Police in Arlington County, Virginia, say it happened at least to 2 high school locker rooms and a rec center. Girls' locker rooms in the notoriously left-wing Fairfax County were also among this deviant's favorite hangout spots.
You're now being informed that you're trespassing.
I got it.
So there's nothing to it from right now. Right now, it's just like simply off the property, and then now you've been informed you can't come back on the property. That's it.
Okay. Did anybody give you like a superior's name that passed down this instruction?
You can contact whatever their management serves.
Other than the people in there at the desk. Did you get anybody else?
I got their management information, yeah.
According to WJLA, a police detective testified that she found a schedule of children's swim classes on that freak's phone, along with child pornography. But here's the really infuriating twist. Arlington County is prosecuting the individual, but Fairfax County, no go. And why not? Well, the Soros-funded attorney Steve Descano says he found no reason to charge Mr. Cox. This guy's been a total disaster, by the way. In July, a video went viral of a man abducting a toddler from a Fairfax County mall. He had a long rap sheet, was just let out on bond for a felony hit and run 3 days prior. Apparently, before the abduction, Descano's office had requested to withdraw approximately 10 criminal charges, including violent felonies against that guy. And Descano is the same attorney who offered a less than 2-year plea deal to an illegal alien accused of attempting to kidnap and rape a 4-year-old girl. 2 judges rejected that sweetheart deal, and Descano dropped the case. Here with me is Virginia Attorney General Jason Miyares, who's running for re-election. Mr. Lieutenant Governor, wouldn't surprise you that Descano fired back at these allegations that he somehow is responsible for any of this, saying that this is a sad last-ditch political stunt by a man who's about to lose an election. Lies, half-truths, distortions don't change the fact that voters elected me twice to run our justice system this way, and in doing so, we've kept Fairfax the safest large county of its size in the country. Your response to this Soros prosecutor?
Well, I think, you can't hide the bodies, first of all. He constantly talks about lower numbers, but lower numbers are there when you don't prosecute the cases. And the reality is the Richard Cox situation was completely and utterly preventable. It is Exhibit A of what happens when you have a prosecutor that has a criminal first, victim last mindset, and they view themselves as a social worker. So Richard Cox is a Class 3 sex offender in Virginia. He was convicted back in the 90s for indecent liberties with a child. The records show. He said exposing himself to children provided a thrill for him. And then time and time again, we saw where Descano could have kept this individual off the streets. He failed to do so. In 2020, his first year in office, he was charged with 3 felony failures to register as a sex offender, 3 felony counts after numerous violations. Descano dropped the felonies, no process felonies, and simply reduced it to a simple misdemeanor. And then this summer, he went to Planet Fitness. He got access to the women's locker room, and there was a complaint filed against him for indecent exposure. Again, Descano not only failed to prosecute the case, but at the time, that Planet Fitness was right next to a daycare center. When you're a Class 3 sex offender, you're not allowed to be within 100 feet of where there's a child daycare center. He could have prosecuted him then. He failed to do his job a second time, and the result, him later that year going into both the Arlington and Fairfax rec centers. As you've noticed, he literally had the swim class schedule on his phone. He was hunting for little girls. I find these actions deplorable, and it's making Virginians less safe.
Yeah, this should not be political, okay? Descano, the Soros-supported prosecutor, is claiming, oh, you're just trying to win the, a re-election. You want to win the race. What is this true or not? Do we have deviants running around Northern Virginia or not? And earlier this year, everyone has to understand this. This same prosecutor, Mr. Descano, dropped a felony charge against another illegal alien accused of strangling a woman and, of course, exchanged for a lesser guilty plea. The victim says Descano lied to her about it. She says she was told by the attorneys that Ramos Giron would serve 15 to 16 years in prison, and she agreed with that because she feared for her safety. But since Descano's office agreed to the plea deal, he only served around 2 months at the Fairfax County Adult Detention Center. Now he's back out in the community. Lovely, Mr. Attorney General.
Well, this is not about politics. It's not about left or right. It's about right or wrong. And the reality is, I said my role as Attorney General is being the people's protector. I have asked for the General Assembly to give me the authority to intervene when you have particularly the children or the victims of sexual crimes and sexual violence. The Democrats in the General Assembly have blocked it precisely for cases like this. Victims deserve a second chance. This is exactly what happens when they view themselves as a social worker, not a prosecutor. Because in Descano's mind, the defendant is a victim as well. In his mind, the defendant is a victim of so-called society or the system. The reality is Dick Cox should have never been in a position ever to harm another innocent Virginian ever again. He was because Descano failed to do his job.
Well, I prematurely anointed you Lieutenant Governor of the great Commonwealth of Virginia. But, Mr. Attorney General, I know that's the position you're running for. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Best of luck to you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.